So let's put it on the tripod. So you're back. So at any one point in your life, for example, I have a pen here, and everywhere I'm around, you'd always either find a paper or a pen, my smoking flame. And I had started something. I did in here full moon in Sagittarius. I was about to dive into the full moon energies and the waxing and everything. And then my pen, somehow I started wanting to thank myself. So I decided to drop a bit of love to my inner child. Sometimes when I do lives or videos, I get carried away when I'm doing my lives. And I find the boy child or the inner child coming out to play a lot. So that inner child that comes out to play is the spiritual side, because the spirit is very playful. The spirit is always looking into new experiences. That is even why you get bored so quickly, because your spirit wants to experience something new all the time. And so I decided, today being a Thursday, expansion, Jupiter, of course, let's do some self-love. And since I don't want you to get up and go look for a paper, because, I mean, you're already on the phone and everything, I love this live to be interactive, and we are going to spread some love. Remember, when you have a full moon, the only thing we should be doing is protection rituals. So let's protect our inner child. So throughout this live, I'd like you to drop some love for your inner child on the comments. And I'm going to demonstrate what I mean. So I want, as we are having this live, I want you in the comments, as we are having this live, I want you to just talk to your inner child. Like in the comments, I want you to talk to your inner child. I want to be like, dear inner child, I'm sorry I blamed you for the things that were not your fault, I'm sorry that I didn't see how strong you are, even as we were growing up. Okay, so those are the kind of self-love I want you to comment on your comments. To my inner child, you are safe now as you are watching this live. You no longer have to walk on eggshells around people because you don't want to trigger people, maybe your father or your mother, so that they can vomit on you. To my inner child, take your time today. Is those kind of things. That is the kind of practice I want us to have today. And shout out to the people who are still doing the gratitude challenge. I think today we are at day 12 or something? Let me see. Let me tell you what day the gratitude challenge people work on. Let me see. Work on the gratitude gang. Today is day 12. Shout out to the people who are in the work on day 12 gratitude challenge. So what we are going to do today, we are going to drop a bit of love to our inner child throughout this live. So in the comment sections, you can say, to my inner child, you may have dealt with a lot of confusion in life, but it is safe now for you to ask for help and support. Like right now, we are in a space where it's okay to ask for help. We're no longer in that old places where asking for help was look like weakness. Okay? So in the comments, you can have comments like, to my inner child, I'm sorry you are always rushed. I'm sorry you are always hurried. Okay, utamaliza shule lini? Utoke uende ukue na kwako. Ukarikia skuru leo ujeherere. So to my inner child, I'm sorry you felt pressured. We, kuja upikie sistako. Amka uende shule. Kweli kesho, ndiyo itakuwa shule. Karani, ndiyo amka. Amka uende shule. All that bullshit. You remember all that trauma that we were listening to on the radio, but you never understood it was trauma. So in the comment sections, I am sorry. You can apologize to your inner child. I'm sorry that you felt rushed when you were growing up. I'm sorry. Because you are the only one who knows how your inner child felt when they were growing up. Okay? So that is the kind of comment you should be having on the comments. It's not even about tapping the screen. It's about you're talking to your inner child. Okay? So I don't even know why. I do understand that the global rituals that have been done will even make people hesitate to communicate to their inner child because they are afraid of what people are going to say on the comments. And these are strangers. The people who are online are strangers. Why do you care about what a stranger thinks about you? Okay? To my inner child, so I'm gonna do it regardless whether you wanna type or you don't want. That's on you. I'm gonna do it anyway because this is something. If you go to a therapist, they are going to charge you like 50,000 for what we are doing here. This is the thing they tell you. You go to them, they tell you, can you write a letter to yourself? And then they are going to give you like 5 sessions. Each session is 10K. Okay, can you write a letter to your inner child? So that is what we are doing now. So to my inner child, I'm sorry. Now I'm talking to myself. You can do it for yourself on the comment section. To my inner child, I'm sorry that you had to witness such a dysfunctional marriage. And you are learning that as love. Because now as a grown-up, I know that that is not love. That was a dysfunctional family. A family where there was physical violence to the point there was always blood. Yet they pretended everything was okay. That was not love. So I'm apologizing to the inner child. I'm sorry that you witnessed such a dysfunctional thing. Because right now, as grown-ups, we deserve and we can create healthy relationships now. So I'm really sorry that you had to witness that. That is what I'm talking about. Like on the comment section, that you should be saying sorry to your inner child. That is how you heal. You heal by talking. Talking is God. You don't heal by suppressing. Okay? And this is the thing with our people. Like, whenever I get invited into other channels, either at night on Twitch or Twitter Spaces, private Twitter Spaces, or Zoom calls, or when I get invited on Discord talks and everything, the people are usually so willing to learn and heal together because there's power in togetherness, but you are so separated. And that is why most of you cannot even heal, because you are so separated. You forget that when you do something together, you even say it, together we stand. Like, if you only know the power of creating a community, we don't even have to meet. I'm not telling you that I don't even want to meet you anyway. Okay? But I'm creating a community where you can come together. People who are willing to get better by themselves online. You find your tribe. So to my inner child, I know that you are shy and afraid of the world because home was scary. You are always scared at home. Kijiko ikianguka, unasikia umeshtuka. You don't know what is going to happen. The next thing could be, nani ameangusha kikombe? Muitha gikombe thidi muramutira hakiri mwana mamu wanyu goko gwithia ikombe ni undu mutaguraga. So to my inner child, I know you are shy and afraid of the world because home was scary, so you never got the chance to create what you can call to be sociable with the people. You couldn't, the only place you could go to was the church. Na urudi on time, ungechelewa. I was having a conversation with my sister last week and she reminded me something. She told me that, I didn't even know this, that she used to observe me going home. She told me this last week. She said, you know, when we used to grow up, I never enjoyed playing because I was always looking at you as my big brother to see what time you are going home. Ndio ukitoka hiyo gate, nimalizane na wasichana nikukimbia. Hata kama sitakufikia, na make sure ukiingia kwa gate ukifika home, in less than a minute or two, nimeingia na wewe, tumetoka shule. Juu ukifika mbele yangu, nikifika nyumba yako nilikuwa na chapo. I didn't even know this. So this is my sister confessing to me. Now, this was last week. And I said, but I didn't know this. She's like, yes. I never even enjoyed school because I was always looking for you. Nikiona tumetoka na wale wengine na harakisha ndio at least ukifika home tufike. Juu ukifika mbele yangu nitachapo niulize nimechelewa wapi. So to that inner child, this I'm even saying for my sister because she's not on social media. So to the inner child, of my sister, I'm sorry that you are so shy and afraid of the world because of how scary home was. So today, the world supports you now. I, your brother, support you, and it's safe to be seen. That's how you heal. So on the comment section, that's how you should be doing. You should be talking to your inner child. I'm sorry you are given the silent treatment when adults got upset. Wewe unajua vizuri sana, there are so many homes where your parents, even now, wewe kwa mtu mzima, parent yako even today anakununianga, your own parent anakunyamazianga, unampigia simu sasa hataki uongea na yeye. Alikuitisha pesa ya ng'ombe ipewe dawa, ukamwambia una, sasa hawezi kuongelesha, amekunyamazia. So to your inner child, I'm sorry you are given the silent treatment when adults around you got upset. Okay? Because now you know that you can listen to yourself, you can listen to your intuition, you can listen to your body. How is your body communicating to you? Saizi, if your mom calls, what does your body tells you? Mamako akipiga simu, unasikianga umeshtuka. So that is your body communicating to you. And now you are an adult now. You can listen to yourself and decide, oh, nani anapiga? Ni my mom na my dad. Nitampigia baadaye. And you feel nothing. Talk to your inner child. Talk to that wounded baby that is still inside you that needs to heal. Because if you don't heal your inner child, you are doing nonsense. You will recycle the same generational curses. You will recycle the same generational trauma. You will be reincarnating again and again into more trials and tribulations, into more nonsense updated. Same shit, different day, updated differently. Nothing is changing. You remember when you are growing up with adults who cannot cope with stress. So they make everything a crisis. Umevunja kikombe. Cups are made to be broken. It can break. Mamako alivunja vikombe ngapi? Wataka kuniambia zile vijiko zote na vikombe zenyu zilikuwa zimetoka rangi ni wewe. Si ni mamako akiosha na kaongesha hiyo inatoka rangi. Ndio sarika. So we grew up with adults who could not cope. So they made every little thing, a small mole, into a mountain. So as a child, you grew up around adults who made everything so big, so huge. Umeambiwa uangalie maziwa ikimwagika, ukikuja ukienda kutoa nike iliareka, ukibaniza kuweka hiyo maziwa chini unakanyangwa kama nyoka. Iliareka itekaga weko na yeye inamwagikanga. Yeye anafanyanga vitu nasikia maziwa imemwagika, ajai chapo na mtu yeye ni grown up. So understand now as a grown up that you can find joy. You can play. So you have better coping mechanism. If right now maziwa inamwagikanga kwako na bado uko upset, you need a lot of healing to do. Maziwa kimwagika kwa wewe ndio umenunua maziwa na ni yako na si hata maziwa inaharibikanga hujakunywa why are you getting upset? It's not you. It's not you. You are in a child haja heal. You are in so much trauma growing up. Saizi maziwa ikimwagika unasikia mpaka unaanza kutoa jasho. Iliani itika. Umeanza kupanguza gas kama ni bwanako itaka ilioge katia muitaka dogi hata kwa ile dakika ya mtu kutika ile itika. It's not you. It's not you. Maziwa umwagika. Otherwise, there will be no sayings like maji yakimwagika yazoleki. Don't cry over spilt milk. There will always be those sayings because that is normal. So in life, most of you grew up with adults who could not cope with stress. So everything had to be big. Maziwa ikimwagika ni kitu kubwa, umesahau kufunga mlango kuja hapa. Unataka tuchapwe na wakora huko kama ulikuwa umepanga na wanaume. Kitu kidogo imekuwa kubwa. Talk to your inner child. Write it down in a paper if you need to. I'm sorry, my inner child. I grew up with adults who couldn't cope with stress. So they made everything so big. Because now as an adult, I can find joy. Maziwa hata inaweza mwagika unaenda unazima hiyo gas. Unaweka maziwa. Ukismile tu unaweka. Kwanza unasema the nothing is a coincidence. The spirits drink that one. Unapanguza. Singing, happy, playful. Mtu anakuja nikiitika neili ya there is no war. Sasa wewe ni mzee mkubwa, bibi yako amemwaga maziwa ni kelele. Unamwaga maziwa tu huko, hamuna akili. Nijua ununuangi maziwa kwa hii nyumba. Kama ungekuwa unanunua ingemwagika sasa hii yote imetoka wapi? It's inside you. It's your inner child that is hurting. And you need to work on your inner child. Your pastor is not going to work on your inner child, ajui. The government doesn't know about your inner child. Business, your boss doesn't care about your inner child. You have to take your emails. You have to do your job. Okay? Your friends don't know about that. So it's only you who can work with your inner child. It's only you who can decide, okay, now that I'm grown up, now that we have such kind of channels, Jagawa Muthaka Heritage Haven, why don't we heal together and thrive together? Okay? You can talk to your inner child. There are so many people who, they don't even hug, they can't even touch. Physical affection is very new to them. As children, they were never hugged, they were never touched at all. So now you're in a relationship with someone who cannot accept physical touch. They are so reserved. When you hug them, it feels odd. They are not used to being hugged. You tell someone you love them, it's new to their ears. Ajai ambiwa, I love you. So they don't trust your words. You tell someone, I care about you. They cannot believe that. Why? When they were growing up, their inner child was never shown kindness. Their inner child was never grew up around kind words. Their inner child grew up in a home of ukaha, wana baba nyukwa, ukaha. There was never love. They never had love. They never had any emotional support at all. It was zero in existence. Now this is a working man, a working woman in a grown-up body with a broken, wounded inner child. Apologize to that inner child. You can talk to the inner child and say, I'm sorry that there was no physical attention at home. Because now I'm more emotionally available now. There's more supportive people coming. I'm going to go to our Folk Fusion this coming weekend. Kiambu. I've been Folk Fusion. I'll be amongst people who love me. They are strangers. It's for the love of millions. Okay? So your inner child now start trusting more. There are people who can't even make love. Most of you women, the reason you cannot even attain an orgasm is because that is non-existence. Physical affection is non-existence. You have never had kind, loving words. So how can a man who's inside you be trusted with your hand? So anakwambia, you know I love about you. You're like, yeah, I know you only care about my vagina. Da, just maliza utoke. So why? It has got nothing to do with you. All this is as a result of your inner child was wounded. Support, non-existence. So how can you trust an adult who wants to support you? Mtu akitaka kusaidia, unaona huyu anataka kunisaidia nikule, si ndio? Huyu anataka kunikula. So you say no to good things because your inner child never experienced affection, never experienced kind loving. So you are walking grown man, but you are broken inside. Inside you are broken. Yeah, you may be having the best car, you may be having the best car, the best house, or the best positions, but you are broken. Look at your leaders. Akina Salasia. You are a member of parliament. Saa 11 wewe ni mlevi. On a Wednesday. 5, you are drunk, you're on TikTok at 5 with all the money. So it's a case of that which you love ends up destroying you. Akina Kanyare, hiyo yote ni trauma. Akina Kanyare ni trauma, imewapeleka TikTok. All those people are looking for validation in the wrong places. They want to be validated. Those are their inner childs are hurting. Don't write in a paper. Write in your phone. Comment there. Comment on the phone. Interactive. Comment on the phone. Don't worry about the strangers online. Oh, no. Heal your inner child. You can talk to your inner child. To my inner child, I'm sorry you are conditioned to never disappoint anyone. I'm sorry you are conditioned to never let anyone down, even if you are uncomfortable. So as a child, when you are growing up, you are conditioned to never disappoint. Kuna wageni, we have visitors, come. You are forced to put on your best clothes. You have been having the worst day. But now your parents want you to pretend everything is okay because you have visitors. Go and bring them soda. Go. You have never drunk soda in your own home. But now because you have visitors, your father now, go and buy Coca-Cola. Now he's entertaining. But your father is a beast. So you grew up conditioned to never disappoint anyone. So even in relationships, you don't want to disappoint so people can walk all over you. Even when you are uncomfortable, you are not supposed to let anyone down. Don't let your mother down. Don't let your father down. Even if you're uncomfortable, even if you're having the